Welcome. We are back. Another day in the market and another good day in the market, and we're pretty close to all-time highs on the S&P 500, and history was made today. The QQQ Nasdaq 100. Alright, the QQQ hit all-time highs today. Can you believe it? I mean, what else is there to say? I don't know what else to say at this point. The last time we were here was November of 2021. And the last two years, we went from over 400 on the Qs down to 250, back up to over 400. Not only did we hit all-time highs today, it was also the highest close ever for the QQQ. And there's a lot of stocks to talk about: Clove, AI, Carvana, just Mara. So many beautiful swing trades hitting targets, and some of them heavily exceeding them. So we are going to get to all of it. Let's get started with Bitcoin. Hidden bullish divergence on the daily is confirmed. Bull flag is over. And what I mean by that, it's pretty much broken out of it. So right now, Bitcoin is back testing the breakout of a bull flag on the daily. This is an area where I'm thinking Bitcoin is going to see its next move higher. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen here. And hopefully a retest of 45K. We've got some levels here at 45.7K from the past. That's the next key level for Bitcoin to the upside. And then the risk area is just holding above exactly what I just drew, that yellow zone. All right. Moving on to Ethereum. Also not broken out of a bull flag, but creating a bull flag. It's kind of where Bitcoin was like a few days ago, because again, like Bitcoin also has the MACD starting to get closer to green with the hidden bullish divergence developing. So like pretty much how it has been the whole entire run. Ethereum is kind of lagging behind Bitcoin. And that's what we are seeing currently. Moving on from crypto, if we look into bonds really quickly, US 10-year just kind of going sideways for the last 4 days. Not much of any change there. Same thing for the US 2-year, even though this kind of did print a hammer candle with classic bullish divergence like we talked about last night on the stream. As you can tell, I'm kind of just skipping past this whole entire other market section because nothing really happened for most of these today. The Hang Seng Index, pretty quiet day as well, but getting towards the bottom of this wedge. I've been getting tagged on X with people talking about BABA and NEO and all of this stuff, and at least retail traders, from what I'm seeing on X, are starting to look at Chinese stocks again. I don't know if the same goes for institutions, but there is starting to be some chatter about Chinese stocks on social media. Dollar currency, pretty bearish so. But it's above this support zone, I guess, for right now. And then gold, not moving either. So just skipping through the rest of the stuff. Nothing really happened to talk about from today outside of the markets. But it was a pretty good day in the market. And what did I do today I think, let's find the exact time. 9:33 a.m. What was I doing? 3 minutes after the open, I got into Russell 2000 0 DTE calls. Why did I do it? Because again, like I said the last 3 nights on stream, I was waiting to see which way this little 3-day consolidation was going to break. And this morning I had my alert set. It broke it to the upside. My trading view alert went off. And I literally said, okay, I'm getting in calls. And I did. And it proceeded to go up for a 50% gain. I took half profits at 40% profit, and then the other half of my profits at 60% profit. Literally shared it in the options update channel in the Discord when I took half profit. And then when I also took full profit, I was also in the voice channel doing live trading during this. So I called out literally seconds after I took my final profit. So 50% gain. I was in slightly different contracts. I'm not a big fan of alerting the same contracts I'm in. So I was in literally one strike away. But yeah, 50% gain. I ended up also trying to trade some SPY puts right after that. And going into this SPY put trade, I literally said on the live trading, I'm not even risking what I just made on the Russell 2000. All right, so I took a trade on the Russell 2000, made 50% profit. This is really good education. Literally 20 minutes into the day, I just did a 50% trade, normal position size. All right. I wasn't even really planning on trading, but I was like, oh, I'm in the live trading right now. You know, let's see if we can get one more. And I was like, okay, SPY looks a little bit bearish to me right now. I'm going to take SPY puts, and my whole entire position size on this is not even going to equal the profit I just made on the Russell. So my position size was way smaller. I ended up taking, I think, a 30% loss on the SPY puts. So I literally lost 30% of the profit I had on the day. And then I was like, I'm not even going to try it again. I still have 2/3 of my profits, keeping it, done for the day, see you tomorrow morning. And that's what happened. Let me see if I can find where that was, where I was taking puts. I think I took the puts right here. So I took SPY puts right here. And the reason for that was because there was a 5-minute shooting star candle. And at the time, during this candle, it looked like it was breaching VWAP, and then it ended up just kind of not breaching the VWAP. So I ended up stopping out like right there. So, and that was pretty much it for my trades today. Not a huge green day, but a green day nonetheless. And we just continue to see the market consolidate in the afternoon with a little break higher. This was pretty much most of your consolidation from today. And then in the last 5 minutes of the day, we broke a little bit higher. If we go over to the daily time frame on the SPY right now, you took out the 473 resistance level that we've been talking about, and your last resistance is all-time highs sitting at around 480. So there's not much resistance until then. This is the most overbought it has been since when we were at these highs. The last time the SPY was this overbought, we were at these all-time highs. And there is a potential for classic bearish divergence. I know it's a very bullish market. I know I've been putting out swings, but now I'm getting to the point where, okay, we are getting very close to our previous all-time highs, final resistance. RSI is pretty overbought. There's a potential for classic bearish divergence. And here's the other key signal. On the rally we saw, okay, the rally we saw over here, on that part of the rally, even during the consolidation, when we were kind of going sideways, volume was steady, okay? Volume was steady. And if you've been watching the streams, you know the way that I destroyed the stock market over the past 2 to 3 years in a very simple way, in a very simple manner. It is proven. This is a proven strategy. Maybe not forever. It's not going to work forever. But over the past 2 to 3 years, you can go and back test it if you don't believe me. This has been a proven strategy that low volume on the SPY equals bearish and high volume on the SPY equals bullish. Don't know why? You can go look at it yourself. Some of our major bottoms from the past 2 to 3 years were very high volume days for SPY. Some of our major tops from the past 2 to 3 years were very low volume days for SPY. What I did like about this rally, and I kept saying it on stream, was the fact that we were holding volume. We were not getting the bearish decrease in volume. But so far this week, Monday and Tuesday, what have we seen? The decrease in volume, especially compared to last Friday. All right, so this was last Friday's volume, and this is where we're at right now. So this is the first major decline in volume between yesterday and today. So all those factors combined, there isn't a bearish pattern on SPY. There isn't even a bearish candle on SPY. Technically, SPY literally today broke out of this 473 resistance. But due to those factors, as Mark Cuban would say, due to those reasons, I'm out. No, I'm not out, but I am going to be, I'm not shorting it or anything right now, but I am the most cautious about the market right now than I have been probably since over here. All right. I couldn't even believe this rally when it was happening. I started believing the rally over here because of the volume, and now I'm not necessarily bearish, but I'm not taking longs right now. I'm not. For day trades and stuff, sure. There's a couple swings that look good, maybe. but I'm not looking to go long until we start to see some sort of pullback. I don't even care if we go even a little bit more higher and then we get a healthy pullback and I end up buying at a higher price. I don't even care. I need more of a technical reason than what we're seeing right now. So those are some variables to watch out for. They are overbought variables in the market. Classic bearish divergence on the 4-hour. You can see that volume very clearly declining really since last Friday, since we had that volume spike. And that's really it. There's not much else on the 1-hour. Technically, there's hidden bullish divergence on the 1-hour. I'm not saying we're going to top out or anything right here, but I'm just saying we're overbought. Moving over to the Qs, all-time highs over here. And again, the classic bearish divergence has potential. Even though it did just break out to new all-time highs, you need multiple days of flipping these previous highs into a support for confirmation of a breakout. And if SPY pulls back before then, what you might end up getting, at least for right now, is a higher high double top, right? If you see a chart do this and then do that, I'm not saying that that's going to happen to the Qs. Even though technically you broke to a new high, that's still considered a double top. You can get a lower high double top, an equal high double top, or a higher high double top. And let's say we were to start pulling back, maybe even for 4 to 5 days, that could lead to the development of classic bearish divergence on the MACD on the weekly for the Qs. So I'm not even, I don't want to get this mistaken. I'm not flipping to bearish on the market or anything. I'm just saying that we've had a very nice rally across all time frames, and that these variables should mean a pullback probably towards the end of the week. That's what I'm leaning towards. So probably not going to see me putting out new swings for at least a week or two, maybe until the beginning of next year. And once the pullback comes, I'll probably put out swings on the pullback because I'm still overall bullish on the market, but short term it's due for a pullback. So that's really my stance right now. If we go down to lower time frames on the Qs, you really can't make any pattern out of this. It's just autopilot mode. So finally, we have the Russell 2000, which was just in a 3-day range and broke higher. And it went up to pretty much test these highs from August of last year. This has already made a pretty nice move since breaking out of that supply line. And it's pretty much testing. If you see these 3 peaks over here, it's testing the final part of it. It's testing the final part of supply. Again, this is happening while the SPY is retesting all-time highs. This could be an area where the Russell 2000 pulls back a little bit, maybe fills this gap and then goes higher. The SPY could pull back a little bit at these highs and then break them in a week or two. We don't know yet. So I think it's pretty cool though, time-wise, that we're heading into 2024 with an all-time high test. Like, it can't be more perfect than that. I don't know why I've been sitting, turning my head at a computer like this on my other monitor like all day, and my neck is like killing me. So that's the Russell 2000. Moving on to some individual names. Let's take a look at the swings. Tesla up 2% today, highest close so far for the swing, and the Tesla swing is up 6%. Looks good to me. It is testing resistance. So again, it could pull back. It could even back test this wedge before going up to hit targets. Hopefully, assuming it does hit the targets. So make a break area short term for Tesla. Nice stuff. The long term view is still pretty bullish in my opinion. LI, this is a new swing from today, and it's up a little bit. But what I like here is we just talked all about China for the beginning of the stream. And I like how it just made a higher low at the 200-day moving average. Even if we really zoom in, like if you go to a 4-hour time frame, it's trying to double bottom here at $34, close to a bullish pin bar candle and a bullish divergence. So there's a decent amount of variables here. I mean, if you really want to look at the 4-hour, I think there's some stuff going on there as well. It didn't get deep enough, but if we take a look at it like this, on the 4-hour, actually, no, it did get deep enough. Yeah, you have a bullish cipher with the double bottom at the pattern completion zone on the 4-hour as well. So those are the variables. That's why I put out the LI swing today. There was also a new swing put out in premium today as well. Continuing on, ARK ETF, we talked about it last night on stream. All right, this is the inverse head and shoulders. Say hello. And this was the back test of the inverse head and shoulders. We said this is back testing the breakout. What do you do after a back test? Hopefully, you have a break hook and go and you move higher. So flip supply into support, this white line right over here. Now you're moving higher. ARK ETF swing currently up, also closing at fresh highs, up 11% since the alert. Clove pretty much hit the first target today. The first target's literally $1.08. Clove's session highs was 107, so I'm gonna consider it a win. There you go. This was alerted last week. That feels pretty cool for like some of you that were here in 2022. Feels pretty good to get a winning Clove swing trade. Let me share this in the Discord. So there you go. That feels pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. If anybody has any charts you'd like me to look at, feel free to drop it in the chat.
Good, baby. Holiday season.
All right.
Sad Thanksgiving's over, but you know, it's all good. Still got
I'm gonna take a look at those names. What's up, Danny, Goldminer, Frank, Yvonne, and Commando in the chat. We will take a look at Heinz. I'm assuming you mean Kraft, Rocket, Pro Generation, AI. Definitely want to take a look at AI. One of my favorite charts right now. Yeah, let's skip that. I was talking to one of my coworkers on the floor today about AI as well, and it's definitely one of the names I'm watching. Gold, continuing on with the swings. Again, all these swings I'm looking at were alerted for free in the Discord. I mean, you're seeing what's happening. Gold is up 5%. Another swing, all right? Tesla, LI, ARK, Clove were the swings we just looked at. All of those closed at their highs today. Of course, the market also closed at its highs of the rally. Beautiful stuff, just non-stop targets hitting on the swings. This might be one of the best streaks on the swings ever, but of course the market has a lot to do with that. I'm not going to deny that. Gold swing broke out. It's currently up 5%. The Zoom swing still doing pretty much the same thing, hanging around the first target. It's literally just been doing that. Again, for anybody who's new to this, bottom of the red box, implied stop, where the green and red meet is implied entry, and the top of each green box is the targets. They are not me telling you to buy or sell any stocks at any certain prices. They're me just looking at the support and resistances, okay? I put a target here because there's a resistance here. I put a stop loss here because there's a support zone right here. That's simple. It's for educational purposes. That's it. I'm not a financial advisor. But look at these swings. Come on now. Lift swing. I alerted the lift here at $10. Second target 16. Almost hit it. It went up to $15.90. So beautiful stuff. And of course, the amazing one, Carvana. Pretty close to hitting the third target today. All right. Very, very close to hitting the third target over here. At the high of day today, Carvana, which was alerted on the 1st of this month for free in the Discord. Literally join the Discord, discord.gg/free trading movement. You can see it in this channel, swing alerts. Here it is. 12:01, 5 minutes before the close on a Friday, heading into the weekend. Carvana on December 1st at $35. Carvana is now $60 a share, and pretty much a complete swing trade in less than a month for 70% profit. It would high of day was $61. The third target is $62. It was $1 off the final target, but look at this. Forget the swing, even forget the swing for 1 second. Look at this $56 resistance level, breaking above it, gapping above it. Decent volume here. It might not be over. It might not be over for Carvana. So beautiful stuff on all the swings. Of course, there was the Mara and the Riot, which the third target on Riot or sorry, the third target on Mara was just a cool 54% on equity. And I'm kind of wishing I put like a 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th target on this one because it's now up 116%. Absolutely insane. It actually started to show a little bit of resistance for like a week or so at the third target. And then it was just like, okay, we're going to go even higher. And it's now up 116%. We were looking at this last night on stream. I was talking about how the high from yesterday matched this high from July. And if that breaks, your next level is 24. Got up to 22.50 today, only $1.50 away. And then the other one, Riot, officially hit the second target today for a 54% gain. So that's pretty cool as well. So that's pretty much it for the swings. Just some other names on my watch list. Coinbase broke above. We talked about the bullish engulfing candle yesterday. It broke above this 150 previous low from March of 2022. Now you have a gap fill at 177. Anything else moved that much today? Hood was up 10% today. We talked about that $12 breakout level. It's now retesting these highs from July of this year. And if that breaks, I would say your next level is going to be $15. But my, oh my, does this have the makings and the looks of Wyckoff accumulation. Why did it go to Google Images? Here, let's see if I can do this. Let's pull out the good old reliable. And for this one, I'm actually going to be using schematic number 2. We usually talk about schematic number 1 when we look at Wyckoff, but I think this looks a lot more like schematic number 2. Let me do my best version of implementing this onto the chart. And let me make it a little bit more visible. I would say, yeah, something like that along those lines is what we're kind of seeing. Probably this is best. So there's the Wyckoff starting to play on Robinhood, pretty cool. And Penn was up like 4%. Penn is very interesting. I'm gonna set an alert. Wow. Okay. If Penn can really cross this 2650, it's trying to really break the 200-day moving average for the first time. Oh my gosh. Wow. For the first time since May of 2021, Penn is trying to break the 200-day moving average. It's consolidated there for a week. It broke out of a wedge. Hear me out 1 second. It just broke out of this falling wedge. It has hidden bullish divergence on the daily. And if we go over to the 4-hour on Penn, it is an inverse, potential inverse head and shoulders setting up. It would probably look even better on the 1-hour than the 4-hour. Take a look at Penn. Are we gonna get Davey Day Trader back again? I don't know what's going on here, but Penn is looking quite interesting. This breaks out, I mean, your next major resistance is 29 bucks. This is a 4-hour time frame. Moving this up on my watch list. That's what's happening right now. All right, that's pretty much it for my watch list. Let's take a look at those ticker requests. Now, if you didn't already, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And let's take a look at some of these ticker requests. First off, KHC. All right, we've got a few of them to look at right now. So sit back, relax. For anybody who hasn't, make sure to join the Discord. It's at the bottom of the screen. You can see the link. KHC just broke over the 200-day moving average. It looks like it's pulling back to retest that breakout of the 200-day moving average right now. I mean, technically, like all of these highs can be resistances. I'd say these are your key levels over here. That's pretty much it. I mean, there's not much of a pattern. It's in an uptrend. So you'd just be looking for a bounce pretty soon. I mean, you did get a bullish hammer candle today. All right. Wow. Okay then. So Rocket just went from $7 to $14 in a month. Good to know. Did not see that. And can you believe it? Look at this. Look at that trend line. Oh my gosh. It's honestly beautiful. Look at it hits. So it hits the trend line 3 times before the actual bottom. I know it looks like it only hit the trend line here and here before the bottom. It actually did it 3 times. On this low, and this low. So it hit this trend line 3 times, went back down 1 more time, and it just absolutely sent it. We even charted this on the stream at some point, this little bull flag into the 200-day moving average. Then it ripped again. It took out all of this resistance over here. And it just took out resistance. It went higher. It even just broke out of this high at 1435 today. I'm not sure what happened after hours, but this is now your zone over here that you're testing. And if that breaks, then $17 next. What a beautiful move on Rocket. Beautiful move. GRWG up 14% today. You've got the wedge over here, and it broke out of the wedge. So GRWG, wedge breakout and back test. This is one I'm going to keep on my watch list as well. Shout out to Amando for dropping that in the chat. You also put in Tilray. Tilray double bottom potentially taking place here at 164. 200-day moving average just above. AI, it broke out today. I mean, barely, but it's your highest candle close and your first candle close above 31.83 since August. So I think it needs more confirmation. Like, you got to wait for a couple days of this to close above that level, but this is a key resistance. Good volume today. It was up like, I think 8 or 9% at one point. And I already revealed it on X earlier today, but this was literally alerted as a swing trade in premium yesterday. I alerted this as a swing trade in premium yesterday. And then this morning, it was up 10%. Literally on day one. The first morning of the swing trade, it went up 10%. It closed up 5%, but it was up 10%. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. So that's AI. Microsoft, it's getting close to testing a breakout of this bull flag, which is also back testing the breakout of this huge cup and handle, hidden bullish divergence on the daily. I would say Microsoft looks bullish here as long as it holds this low at 364. Plug is apparently in a big wedge. I got it also breaking out of this downsloping channel, and then it looks like it pulled back to fill the gap up from last Thursday. So I would just say it's key right now for it to continue making these higher lows in which it has been making. Because if it doesn't, then you've got that potential bear flag look to it. And if it breaks down, F in the chat. Thank you, Henry. So we looked at plugs, we might as well look at its brother, ChargePoint. And ChargePoint was alerted as a premium swing at 232. The first target was $3.01, and it hit the first target in 2 days for a 30% gain on equity. Yes. After hitting the first target, which was very nicely placed, it pulled down from 301 back down to 263. So looking at it now, it's really just a matter of this. Do you break up from it or down from it first? I wouldn't even call it a range because it's not technically a range, but this is kind of your swing low and your recent swing high. So just waiting to see which way that breaks. We already looked at Rocket. We can take another glorious look at it again. And it's testing the zone of resistance at $15. After that, your next level is $17. AUR, just a beautiful rounding bottom over here, broke above the top of it at 392, and no surprise, this is technical analysis at its finest. This high over here from Wednesday, September 6th, was a low from January 31st of 2022. The exact low from this day was pretty much the exact high from this day. That was the key level. You broke above it today, and your next big level is $5.84. This is just you all are doing a great job with requesting charts tonight. Like, you are all requesting some of like the best looking versions of accumulation that you can find. This is classic rounding bottom psychology. Bearish, 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 neutral, 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 bullish, bullish, bullish. I've talked about that on the stream a lot before, where you have a rounding bottom, you're basically visually seeing the sentiment on a stock change from making lower lows to going sideways to making higher lows. So great stuff all around. That's going to do it for tonight's stream. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Some pretty solid sessions this week on the stream. It's going to be live again tomorrow night. And if you did not hear, then you should hear that on Saturday, for the price of a cocktail in New York City, you can join the webinar that Jordan, aka Ace the Kid, and Bueller Trades, and myself, and 2 other surprise speakers are going to be speaking about how to day trade. It's been a beautiful swing trading environment. It's also been a beautiful day trading environment. If you want to get all the tips and tricks and a bunch of stuff I've never even talked about on the streams, things I've absorbed from so many different mentors and being at the New York Stock Exchange and all these different things, you want to get a grasp of all that knowledge. Instead of having one extra drink Saturday night when you go out, you spend 3 hours in the afternoon for the price of that same drink and learn a bunch of things that most likely will. I just can't guarantee anything legally, like probably, but like, I mean, yeah, no, I'm just like, if you sit down there for 3 hours, there are going to be, I'm not going to say everything is going to help you forever, but there are going to be bits and pieces from that session that I'm going to say that will help you forever as a trader. Okay. I hope I can say that. And I'm also saying that there is going to be risks involved with trading always, but I'm telling you, we are 3 people that really have devoted our lives to this craft, and we want to share that with you. This was going to be $50. I can show you all the texts on my phone. And I literally text Jordan, all right, it's ready. I'm going to post it, $50 a spot. He's like, no, $25. I'm like, okay, $25. And if you use code CHAMP, Jordan, or Bueller, you can get another $5 off. WAP.com/championvibe. You see the link right over here at the bottom. It will be recorded, Henry. That is correct. It's also the pinned chat in the YouTube chat right now where you're all typing. Click on that link and then click on Mastermind 1.0 with Jordan and Bueller. And I will see you on Saturday afternoon. All right. Use code CHAMP for another $5 off. You have to click on like the little see details section. It'll say see details when you go to the checkout page. Click on see details, and that's where you can click on that's where you can put in the coupon code CHAMP. So it's literally under $20 to join. All right. It will be recorded, and we will be doing a Q&A in there as well. So make sure to do that. Have a great night. See you all tomorrow, and